So shall I tell you about New Zealand? I've been teased the whole time in Africa.
Is it?
No, because New Zealand doesn't have any predators.
Is it? You don't even have like tiger.
No, how can you have a tiger next to the ocean?
No, well, we don't have anything. So what happened? Anything. So indigenously. So what happened is New Zealand split off from Gondwana land before mammals had evolved.
Oh.
So there's no mammals.
Okay.
So when the people turned up, the Polynesian people arrived.
Yeah.
It was just birds.
But you have one thing that I'm sure about. You probably have not just cows for
they've been introduced
animals, right? And the sheep, and goats, everything, right?
So they've been brought in by pigs
and pigs.
Yeah.
You have pig. Probably pig is the most used animal by the Maori. Because I know that
most people maybe, but they live. There's lots of fish. Lots of seafood, right? Because we live next to the sea, so lots of seafood and shellfish and New Zealand's kind of very green, so it grows. It grows lots. You can grow sweet potatoes fast.
Okay. The reason why I was saying that is because because I understand that the Micronesian people, they actually used to travel like the Polynesians across the ocean. So they would actually bring in seeds.
They brought stuff. Yeah, they brought stuff.
And everything.
Yeah.
So I assume that the Polynesians also.
Everything came. Yeah. But what it means is, if you walk out into our forests, there's no tigers and there's no lions and there's nothing that's eating anything else.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? So that
you are free.
Yeah, you can wear bare feet. There's no snakes.
Is it?
No snakes.
Not even snakes.
No poisonous spiders.
No spiders.
There's spiders, but they're not poisonous.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So there's no ticks.
There's no
little, no parasite insects.
Okay.
So you can just walk around in bare feet.
I think one of the reasons why your cattle are healthy, I think there's nothing that is bothering them. So I think
so
that's why I don't see any reason for them to be thin. For me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they're just growing milk.
Yeah, but then
you see what I mean? That's like so therefore they're being grown to be bigger.
But the other thing about us here is that we are actually, if you can see our land, right? You can see that it's quite degraded, right?
Beautiful.
No, it's degraded.
Yeah.
Look at this land, it's degraded, right?
Mate.
So this is due to overgrazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Overgrazing.
Yes.
Right.
If you can see that we have this crazy open dongas. Yeah. So we used to have so much land in Free State. So now our land is occupied by the Boers.
Right.
Yes. So we have now a very limited amount of land.
So has your land has got smaller?
Yes, that we rely on.
Right.
So that's why life is so complicated for us right now. So if you can look at, like, for instance, Google Maps, you will see that Lesotho from Google Maps, you can actually see it without showing the borderline. You can see it because our land is so degraded, yet the Free State is still green. It has good quality grass and everything.
Yeah.
Yes. Ours, we plow the same thing also, like we plow maize and beans, nothing different. So we don't have that rotational grazing and rotational plowing.
Yeah.
So it's degrading our land.
Yeah.
So that's why we're so poor. So it's affecting our animals, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. And but now someone told me that Lesotho hasn't been, I don't know what the word is. It wasn't colonized.
It was colonized in a way because.
But not like South Africa.
South Africa wasn't colonized.
Well, I don't know what you want to say, but
okay. South Africa was colonized by. would say it was colonized first by the Dutch because they came in first, right? And then the English came afterwards. And they colonized both blacks and whites. They colonized until there was many wars, including the Anglo-Boer War, And then at the end of the day, in 1910, they had the reunion of South Africa, right? Which was now forming one big nation. But then remember, in Parliament, it was only white, right? That is your Dutch and the English. And then in 1940s, when the English went back to England due to the Second World War, the Dutch remained. That's when apartheid started.
So I see. Okay.
So in Lesotho, what happened is that in 1870s, just before, in 1860s, we had so many wars with the Dutch, right? The Boers. And then we defeated them for so many times. We even defeated the English for so many times. Until one time when the blacks were no longer allowed to trade in weapons. So the advanced new weapons could actually be sold only to the Boers and the English coming from England or Europe.
Right.
So what happened was that due to that, Basotho were left with only those one bullet weapons where you have to load one bullet before you shoot. Yes, and now there were machine guns for the Boers, so they could defeat Basotho easily. So the last war that we had where they were stronger than Basotho, it was in the 1960s, if I remember well. And then because they wanted to encroach more into our land, that's when Mosheshe wrote to the British Queen in Victoria to ask for protection. The good thing is that we always had that relations with the English. That's when then Lesotho was protected against the Boers, and then it was called the British Protectorate.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
And then at some point,
so that was a form of colonization, but they say it's not colonization.
Protective colonization.
Yeah.
And then at some point,
why am I saying it's colonized? It's because at the end of the day,
but you weren't conquered.
No, we weren't conquered, but then we were colonized because we were ruled by the English.
Yeah.
If we were independent, fully independent, be careful with those potholes. Hey, our journey will end right here. Terrible. Yeah, you were saying something.
Well, that's sort of what happened in New Zealand too.
The Maori.
Yeah, we were colonised by the English.
Yeah.
But about the same time, actually.
Okay. In the 1800s.
Yeah, sort of 1840.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then got independence in.
Yeah. So I don't actually know when that happened. Maybe 1840 sort of thing. And New Zealand's still part of the Commonwealth.
Because I know that what happened in Australia is that the population almost went extinct due to the disease that was imposed in the drinking water for the Aboriginals.
Yeah. Right. So they weren't very nice to the Aboriginals.
Those who survived, I know that in Tasmania actually all people died.
Yeah.
They weren't extinct in that island. But those who survived were those that were actually in the north part of Australia and the west, the desert and that lush creek.
So similar kind of things happen. Yeah, but you didn't get beaten though. You didn't get beaten.
No. We fought wars. We never got really defeated by any army.
Yeah.
Because there was a king called King Sekhukhune of Limpopo. The Bapedi. I don't know if you know it. It's another Sotho tribe in South Africa, right? So they had so many wars with the English. The English, after they defeated the Zulus, right? After they defeated the Zulus, because remember,
the tribe from there.
Yeah.
Right.
Zulus are quite famous. So this is the National University this side.
Yeah.
So after they defeated the Zulus, what happened was they had to defeat one last king in South Africa. That was your King Sekukuni.
Right.
Yes. So Sekukuni was very strong that he defeated the English many times. But then, because now the English was getting embarrassed from that. Yeah, so this is the entrance to the National University of Lesotho.
I see. This is your university.
Yeah.
I see.
What happened was that Sekukuni was also using some of the mercenaries from
missionaries.
Lesotho. No, mercenaries.
Mercenaries, like fighters.
Yes, from Lesotho. Missionary was giving him some of the best fighters, and that he was winning against the English all the time.
Yeah.
And then after the First World War, if I remember well, it's not the Second World War. No, after the First World War. Not after the First World War. After the British were able to actually defeat and colonize India, they could now gather their army from different places and bring them here so that they can fight Sekukuni.
Yeah.
And then that's when they won against him.
I see, right.
Yeah. So he was very strong, that guy.